I am not naive. I see the direction of many things in entertainment and in the West in general, but I'm also not doom and gloom. I'm not convinced that it's all over. I know there are those that, go headlong into that thought. It's all over. It's not good. It's all coming crashing down. This is the end. It may be the end. I don't know that. I try to cover things that I enjoy. There are many things I don't enjoy. It really doesn't make any sense for me to cover too many of those things. Every now and again, I will go over those things, but I want you to come to this channel, and I want you to enjoy what you listen to, and I want to give you maybe some books that you have not seen, maybe some books that you don't know about that may be really good. These may be books that you would enjoy just like I enjoyed. I went out and I purchased Wolverine #1. I watched a review from Thinking Critical and it wasn't all good, but I thought, you know what, this might be a worthwhile purchase. Often what I'll do is I won't even listen to other reviewers. This is how I judge a book, and this might be weird to you. I brought it up before. I will look at a cover. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes a cover will tell you what you need to know, or at least enough to excite you to buy the book. Then you can buy the book and see, okay, is this going to be enjoyable? I definitely enjoyed this iteration of Wolverine, and it is Wolverine #1, From the Ashes, A New Beginning. The book opens up to this pack of wolves, and there's a leader of the pack, and she is monologuing, talking about this newcomer who's joined the pack. She's like, his scent is different, his form is different, but she is glad nonetheless that he's joined the pack. And you find out that this person is none other than Wolverine. He has returned to some of his animalistic ways. Now, of course, he's running with the pack, doing what he loves out in the wild, and it transitions. The next panel, you find this gentleman right here whose name is Cyber. He was one of Logan's sergeants when Logan was in the military. Clearly, there was some bad blood between them. Logan has in the past bitten out his ear. I'm not too versed on Cyber and everything going on with him, but now he has adamantium skin, and he has heard that Wolverine is running in the wild out with this pack of wolves, and he makes mention of the fact in this book that he wouldn't dare hunt down Wolverine while he was with the X-Men. He realized there was a bunch of heavy hitters, and he barely can deal with Wolverine. He definitely would not have been able to deal with Wolverine and the X-Men all at the same time. He would have got handed his behind. So the book is written by Saladin Ahmad, is drawn by Martin Cuculo, colorist is Brian Valenza, and the letterer VC Corey Petty. And they did a good job. This is a solid book. So again, like I said, the monologue from Cyber going into why he's in the woods. He's hunting down Wolverine. He wants to bring him to a swift end. Some Mounties come up on him, and he makes comment that, yo, you guys rolled up on me and you were super quiet. I didn't sense you coming. You don't see that nowadays. Whoever trained you did a really good job. He's impressed with their training. They tell him to put down a gun. They go into the fact that they're in the woods searching for this man they've heard about running around the woods naked. Clearly they're talking about Wolverine, and they said that the man was armed with a bunch of knives. This is not their dude, but this is also not a good day for them. They asked him to put down a gun, which he has no problem doing, and he internally goes into the fact that he actually would rather beat these guys down with his hands, and the fact that these bullets will not hurt him or affect him at all. and he drops the gun, and then he commences to destroy these dudes. They did not see it coming. They thought they had the upper hand. Little did they know, nah, you don't actually have the upper hand. And so now you switch scenes, and Nightcrawler is looking for Wolverine. I guess, the whole Krakoan era has ended. Wolverine left, went into the woods, and now Nightcrawler's like, okay, I got to find my friend. He rolls up on all of these Mounties who have been killed. And now he's trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? No doubt hoping that this is not the work of Logan. So out of nowhere shows up Wolverine, and he's going to attack Nightcrawler. Now, Nightcrawler, of course, evades, and Wolverine is sniffing, and he's kind of recognizing the scent. Nightcrawler's like, hey, buddy, it's me. You switch scenes. Nightcrawler gives him a hug. Wolverine is coming to his senses, recognizing, okay, I remember you now. And he goes into the fact that his pack, Wolverine's pack, was killed. And I guess he's now on the hunt trying to figure out what happened. And that's when he rolls up on these Mounties who were killed as well, where we see Nightcrawler, who's been looking for him. So, they share some things back and forth. They have a discussion. Nightcrawler is handing him something. It's a package. In this package is Wolverine's costume. Nightcrawler is saying, hey, you need to return to society. People need a hero. The X-Men need a leader. Wolverine, forever disgruntled with everything going on, is disgruntled with how things have played out, and he has no desire to return. So off in the distance, they hear shouts and screams, and they hear a shot. Well, clearly, Cyber is now trying to draw Wolverine out, and he is antagonizing people who are in the woods camping. So now he takes this package from Nightcrawler, which, like I said, is his costume, and you transition. Nightcrawler teleports them. Now, I like this right here. I have always said my judgment of any artist who is drawing the X-Men starts with Wolverine. I don't know why this is. Maybe you've seen this. Maybe I'm bugging. But what I found is if an artist can't draw Wolverine, then he's not going to do a good job drawing the rest of the X-Men. If he draws Wolverine good, then the rest of them are probably going to be good. This artist right here, let me get back to get his name again. What was his name? I should have wrote this down. Martin Cocullo. If he's not drawing the X-Men, they probably should put him on major X-Men titles because I believe he did a good job drawing Wolverine. So they emerge from this teleportation, and you see this dude. Well, you see a bunch of the campers, and they're like, yo, what's going on? Are these guys heroes? What's happening? They roll up, and they see the dude who Cyber has killed. He pretty much beat him to death. So there's dialogue between them. One of the campers said, hey, he said he was trying to draw him out. You must be him. And then they recognize, wait a minute, you're not Avengers, you're mutants. In the Marvel Universe, there is a disdain for mutants, and you see that disdain drawn out in this interaction. They're like, yo, we're not rocking with you. So Wolverine is having his discourse with Nightcrawler, and in classic Wolverine fashion, he's like, let's go, let's find this dude. If he finds them, they deserve to be killed. Wolverine doesn't play any games or mince any words. So Cyber shows up, shoots at Wolverine and Nightcrawler. Wolverine gets Nightcrawler out of the way, but he is struck in the head. So now they seek cover. Wolverine is wrapping Nightcrawler up with a bandage. And you know how Wolverine gets down. Once this happened, now you've ticked him off. And I like the fact that this book kind of has Wolverine back into his savage Wolverine mode. I don't like it when artists and writers try to make Wolverine into this everyday character, right? Like this, not necessarily cutesy character, but more pliable. Wolverine is not that pliable dude. Wolverine is that character that rubs people the wrong way. he's violent, and he's getting right to it. And they waste no time. Wolverine goes searching for Cyber. He finds him in a clearing. And now they begin to clash. And I thought how they were going to write this is they were going to have Cyber kind of get the upper hand on Wolverine. They did not go that route. They did not go that route at all. There's a battle, and this battle's raging, and they're exchanging some words back and forth, and you're finding out a little bit of their backstory. But Wolverine is the entire time in command of this battle, and you can tell he is giving Cyber the business and reminding Cyber, yo, there's a reason you couldn't deal with me before, and there's a reason I bit your eye out. So in their interaction, you see Wolverine get Cyber on the ground, and then he reminds him, look, your skin might be adamantium, but your insides aren't. And I'm going to turn these things into jelly. This is savage. Wolverine goes straight up berserk on this dude. And I was like, yo, I'm here for it. This is the Wolverine I want to see. The savage Wolverine. I don't want to see a super controlled Wolverine, because that kind of takes away from his character. Sometimes he just goes unhinged. And we see that here. Wolverine going unhinged, tearing this guy to shreds. I like it when they don't mute characters who you know are powerful. And what you see is, as Wolverine commands this battle, Cyber realizes, yo, I can't deal with this dude. Wolverine gouges his other eye. And as Cyber's trying to get away, he's trying to figure out cleverly, I'll give it to Cyber. He's like, yo, how can I get this dude away from me? Because he has the upper hand and I'm about to die. So he reminds him, hey, while you're going after me, don't forget that your friend is behind some rock somewhere, bleeding out. Will he survive? So Wolverine is faced with an ultimatum. Do I hunt this guy down and finish the job? Or do I go make sure that Nightcrawler is okay? So he goes back to make sure that Nightcrawler's okay. He finds them with this woman who happens to be a doctor, and she's tending to him. And so he's thanking her, but she's like cursing at him, and she's like, I am a doctor. I have an oath. But clearly there's some animosity because these are two mutants. She doesn't want to help, but due to her oath, she does help. And now the scene switches to Cyber going into this cave, and it seems like something about his healing process, because he has a healing factor, something about that healing factor seems to be transforming him. And then you see next issue, Wilderness of the Wendigo. So this is going to be the next issue. It's probably going to be really good. I'll be excited to see what happens next. So this was good. I enjoyed this book. I think if this is a book you've been looking at in a comic book store and you're not sure if you want to get the book, I would say go buy it. I think you will enjoy it. Clearly, you know, I got my Wolverine shirt on representing. He is my favorite X-Men. To me, Wolverine is the X-Men. And I think this book was done well. I've heard some rumblings about the new X-Men titles. I haven't read any of them. You'll know if I don't like it, if I don't review it.